I'm coming in loud and clear. Might hear me on the radio. Breaker, breaker, 1-9. Anybody got their ears on?
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina. Tonight, another of Radio Shack's great line of DX shortwave or general receive radios. This, the DX160, always caught my eye, not because it was particularly the best perhaps of the model, but because it kind of fit in with the 70s stereo look, you know, just a console type stereo, but this one having all the bands, all the features and functions you would want out of a shortwave radio, including sideband and CW modes. Was able to pick this up at the last Hamfest I went to, and man, wasn't cheap. I won't lie to you. It cost more than the DX302, which I think I paid $40 for. This was $70, and that was after a lot of negotiations. It did come with the original box, you know, so some people are really into that, so I will hang on to the box. But I wanted to put this in the bedroom and have this by the nightstand. Now I'm not so sure, now that I've got it out of the box again and seen it in person. And I saw it at the fair, but it just looks different now and size-wise than what I thought it was. So this might go somewhere else on the property, and I might put the 394 in the bedroom. We'll see. We'll play with it, but haven't actually turned it on. The guy said he had gone through it and recapped it, done a lot of work to it. It is in incredibly clean shape. There's no scratches on here, and of course I'm going to get real close in. We'll do a real close check over of all the buttons and knobs. I'm going to hook it up to an antenna, and we'll test it out, all that tonight, so hope you stick around for that. It did even come with this original manual printed in Japan, and incredible. Lots of cool stuff here. Lots of interesting things to read through, but that's awesome. It's hard to find the original manual for a lot of stuff. This unit you could add a second speaker to. This one did come with the communication speaker, so that's kind of a cool feature. And of course you could hook it to stereo speakers or whatever speaker you have around. But while we look at the front here, and I'll put my glasses on so I can read all this stuff, is we do have our 5 bands. I don't know, maybe there's a 6th band, I can't tell. Yeah, there's 6 bands altogether. Cool. All right, so we'll go through all those here in a second. Earphone jack, awesome. So, you know, don't want to bother the wife while I'm listening to old school radio stuff. That allows me to do that. Up on top here, you know, a bunch of buttons and knobs. S meter here and a large band spread dial. So a lot of stuff here, and of course I'll get into this when we get close up to it, but let me just turn it on the side here and show you. It's just minty. I mean, it's just so darn clean. It's incredible. On the back, DX communications receiver. It takes 10 watts, it says. 4421.99. I don't know the date codes on these, but antenna hookup here. Looks like a second antenna and a ground here. And we've got a standby. I'm not sure what that's for. Then we have 12 volt power in, speaker out, fuse, and of course the power cord. So let me go ahead. And a speaker here, I'll show you that as well real quick. SP150 speaker, 2 watts output, manufactured in Japan. Where's this made? Yeah, that's made in Japan as well. So the good old days, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and turn this thing around. I'll turn it on and we will get close in and see or hear what we can hear. Let's hope it's as advertised. Sometimes that's not the case. Most of the time at Hamfest, things are as advertised. Occasionally you might have a bad apple, but most of the time people are pretty fair. They're pretty honest about stuff. Might need a jumper cable. Yeah, I'm gonna hook it. All right, well, I've got a jumper wire hooked to the rear. We've got it hooked to an antenna on the roof. Got the speaker plugged in. I'm gonna get the camera closer in and we're gonna go through this thing and check it out top to bottom. All right, so before we even turn it on, realistic solid state communications receiver. We have automatic noise limiter. We have AM/SSB CW, so AVC, fast or slow. And operation, do we want to record or do we want it on standby? Then down here we have our band spread. We have our BFO pitch for adjusting for sideband or in CW. We have our our gain slash on off switch. Antenna trim, you know, so if we have a long wire antenna we're trying to tune to a certain signal, that's going to help us there. Bands, A, B, C, D, E, so it is a 5-band. RF gain, I'll turn that up for now, and then manual tuning. Here's how we get it through the list, right? All right, let's turn this thing on. And I do see some lights lighting up. S units go all the way over. And we're going to start with band, I'd like to go with AM, I think. So we'll go to band B. Let's just check and make sure that it's working. All right. Well, over on the 7-meter scale, you can see this is working pretty well here. We are definitely picking up some stuff. Actually, pretty good, solid performer on sideband from the sound of it. We can cut our gain back. Although static's pretty low on this, and I don't have the A&L on. I hear some voices out there. A little harder to tune in some of the ham stuff. Voice of China, sounds like, or Chinese radio, state-run media. That might actually be North Korean. Yeah, the Overcomer. This guy's all over shortwave.
You were told to cry and shy. Oh, yeah.
Some music comes, that's kind of cool. I'm going to roll down to the 5 range here. Usually at 5.8, there's a guy that likes to choose. There it is. Oh, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. There's Radio Havana, which is interesting because they're jamming signals in the 7 meters. Or 40 meter, I'm sorry.
With the Torah law and the name above every name is Yahweh. Wherefore I say, and you take no.
So awesome! As far, I'm very happy with the shortwave receive, especially on the D band there, 4.5 all the way up to 13 megahertz. Not bad. All right, let's try some of the other bands. This is the E band. Not familiar with a ton of stuff. This would be CB, 10, 11 meter, that sort of stuff, but I don't know that there's going to be anybody talking on it. Nothing. All right, let's switch back over to B band, which is, you can move over to standby for transmit. Kind of surprised I'm not picking up anything on the AM band.
And pray for us. For the strength and wisdom we need to continue, we would appreciate with that more than anything else. Circumstances and everything forward because of changing times and the way our nation is dealing.
Well, I guess that'll about wrap it up. Yeah, I guess I'll do a follow-up video, but if anyone else has one of these DX160s, maybe you can let me know how your performance is on the AM band. And this is a, you know, this is a used unit, but it is in pretty darn good shape overall, so I'm happy with it, I guess. That'll do it for tonight, my friends. I love sharing these things with you. You know, the DX100 was also not a very good performer and on the low end, so maybe it's a similar tuning setup inside. I'll have to do some research on that. If you like this video, perhaps you will think about liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Take care.